Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? When you put on a Pistons jersey, no matter where you are or who you are, we only play one way. Our core values bleed throughout the entire organization, coaches, players, front office, everybody, ownership. So that's what's important to us. And I think we've established, our identity. We've established who we are. And the guys represent us well every single night. They go out and compete their tails off, no matter who it is that got to play. I thought it was great that those young guys got an opportunity to play. We had a couple guys get their first NBA points today. So it was great for them. And then, again, we competed, played, sent it to overtime, gave some people something to watch.
When you mentioned some of these other guys, right? And when you get to pro ball, it's not necessarily an equitable thing where everybody gets minutes all the time. But for guys like that you've seen with Motor City, like Tolu and Lindy hitting the big shot in the corner, to know what they put in every day and to be able to realize their dream on the NBA stage, how special.
Yeah, that's the awesome part of what we get to do, right? To be a part of helping people's dreams come true, it gets no better than that. And, all of us go back to your childhood, and have the thoughts of what you wanted to be when you grew up, have the opportunity to be one of, 450 people in the NBA, something like that. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And it's really rewarding for us as coaches to give people opportunity to go out there and play and compete and help fulfill their dreams.
JB, with the season concluded, I guess, what's the message to the guys immediately after, not only to just kind of, hit on what they accomplished this season, but what's ahead as well?
We as coaches, just told the guys how grateful we were that we have the group that we have, how grateful we were that they allowed us to coach them, no questions asked, to buy in immediately, and earn our respect and earn our trust, and vice versa. So that was first and foremost. And then, now we got a lot of basketball left to play. Everything is going to be heightened, our preparation, all those things. So now our focus is on the playoffs and the New York Knicks.
Along the same lines, you just finished talking about the guys that's on the two-way, but what about someone like Lindy Waters, who, been here ever since the trade? And what was it like just to see him go out there and help?
Again, when you see the guys put in the work that they do, Lindy's one of the hardest working guys that I've been around. You just look at his background and his story of how resilient he's been in order to get here, the way that he had to climb every single day, every step of the way. And, you see a guy who deserves it. Unfortunately for us, there's just not a lot of minutes at that spot, but he works his tail off every single day. He's an NBA rotational player, and he's going to be prepared because there's going to come a time where we're going to need him, and he'll be prepared and ready to help us.
Hey, Coach, when you get to this point and knowing that you got 5 or potentially 6 days before your first playoff matchup, do you take a hard reset? Like, meaning, do you encourage the guys like, hey, take a day, then we get back to work, or is it, hey, back in the office tomorrow morning, let's get to work, start our preparation?
Yeah, no, we'll give everybody a day. Not only a physical break, but a mental break, because what we're going to face is going to be difficult. And if we want to accomplish what we want to accomplish, guys have to be prepared both mentally and physically. And sometimes, just taking a day to get done whatever it is you need to get done, go get your laundry, whatever, wash your drawers, whatever it may be. But guys need a day like that. And then, you can come in on Tuesday and we'll gradually start to build throughout the week with our intensity and our preparation.
Malik Beasley, of course, he had a vision tonight to kind of go for that, 3-point lead. How important was that for him he's accomplished a lot, but still to be able to say that you were the best this season? How important was that for him?
Again, he takes pride in his craft. He works his tail off at it. The thing that I'm most impressed by is his teammates continued to find him. They were doing the job to help him. And again, that shows, the character of this group and the willingness and want to see other people succeed. And that's at the core of who we are. And we're fortunate to be that way.